Use these 3 R's. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to build better relationships with your kids, your grandkids, your customers, your clients, your patients, whatever hat you're wearing. So my name's Doug Andrew, and I've shared with many business owners the secret to building better relationships no matter what you do. We all wear different hats in our lives in a given month. I wear the hat of being a husband to my wife, a father to my adult children, a grandpa to our 16 grandchildren. I mentor troubled youth in youth detention centers. I'm also on a board for teenage suicide prevention. Many times I mentor business owners. I teach entrepreneurs how to 10 times their practice in less than 60 months. We all wear different hats, sometimes in church, in community settings. What you want to do is lift others up. You can only do that if you're on higher ground. And so there's a 3-legged stool that I have been blessed to learn that helps me build better relationships with my audiences. I've had a national radio show for 12 years. Many times when I speak to live audiences throughout the country, whether it's a room full of 50 people or a room full of 2,000 people, these 3 R's that I'm going to talk about are keys in order to build a relationship with those people you're trying to connect to. And I want to do that right now with you. Here are the 3 R's. The first R is respect. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so even when I meet with these youth in detention centers, they know that I know that they've done something pretty bad, or else they wouldn't be incarcerated. When I go to crisis centers and these teenagers have attempted to take their lives several times, they know that I know that they're struggling with life and self-esteem or self-worth. Yet I walk in and I call them sir. You know, I'm always very fond and grateful for a high school principal that always called me sir whenever I would talk to him. And I never forgot that. He was the principal of the high school and he always called me sir. How are you doing today, sir? I knew how that made me feel. So I also address these teenagers as sir, and I respect them for who they are. They're a human being. Yes, we all make mistakes, and they've made a mistake, but I want them to understand that their future is spotless. No matter what they've done in the past, you don't have to bring that into the future unless you choose to. And so I want to respect everybody. As I do that, I want people to know that they are special in the sight of God. I believe in a higher power, but I want to be kind to them because they are also a special child of our Creator, and I want to make sure that I respect them and that I'm kind, because you never know what another person is going through, or the challenges or the obstacles, the battles that they're fighting. So when you respect everybody, no matter what, that is the first leg of a 3-legged stool for building relationships, respect. Now the second R is rapport. One of the things that I love doing is seeing how fast I can establish rapport with an audience, whether it's 1 person, 3 people, or 2,000 people. And it's really not about me, it's about them. So if you're a doctor or a dentist or a chiropractor, or you're a realtor or a CPA or a financial planner or a mortgage loan originator, it's not about you. It's not about all your certificates and all your accolades and the alphabet soup behind your name. It's about them. See, it's about the patient. It's about the customer. So the more that you respect them and then establish rapport, talking about them, what do you see in your future? If we were sitting here 3 years from today, looking back over that 3 years to today, what has to have happened in your life for you to be happy with the progress you made? And see, when you're sincerely interested in them, you establish rapport and you're talking about what's important to them, not about how great you are and all the wisdom and knowledge and experience you have. It's about them and what they're going through. You want to lift them up. So as you establish rapport with those that you care about, and you talk to them in a way that they feel important by using respect and building that rapport. Which brings us to the third leg of the stool, which is resilience. Now, I do mentor a lot of troubled youth, and many times they want to see if I'm the real deal. And so they will throw curved balls at me to see if they can throw me off. And if they think they can irritate me or that I'm not really walking my talk, they can see through that instantly. So they want to see if I'm genuine, sincere, and if I'm resilient. If I can be resilient and bounce back, then they go, hey, yeah, this guy walks his talk. So when they throw me a curved ball, I'll go, you know what? That is so funny. It reminds me of when I was your age and this happened and that and so forth. Or I'll walk in and I'll start making fun of my own age. And that builds the rapport and the resilience, because I'll walk in dressed up and these youth, they're going, oh golly, what's this guy gonna come and preach to us today? And I'll walk in and I'll go, you're probably all wondering what this old geezer is going to preach to you today. And they go, what? You knew what I was thinking? I'm going, yeah, I'm pretty old. Yeah, when I was your age, we didn't even study history in school because there was no history. We only studied the future. And they go, whoa, this guy, yeah. I remember when Burger King was a prince and Baskin Robbins only had one flavor of ice cream. And they go, whoa, my first pet was a dinosaur. I have an Apple Watch now, but my first watch was a sundial. They go, whoa, this guy's making fun of how old he is. And so all of a sudden they're open. I've developed rapport in less than 60 seconds, making fun of myself. Then when they throw a curved ball at me, well, I'll bet you, yeah, you've never done anything wrong. Oh yeah? Let me tell you a story about how my father had me turn myself into the cops when I was 15 and a half years old. And they go, what? Your father made you turn yourself into the cops? So I tell them the story. All of a sudden I'm real because I bounced back and I was able to share and not try to protect myself because we're on a one-on-one. So what are the three legs of the stool? They are, number one, respect. Number two, rapport. Number three, resilience. So as you exercise these three R's, let me summarize it by saying people are more concerned about your comfort level with your level of expertise than the actual level of expertise. Did you understand that? In other words, when I'm being genuine, when I respect them, when I have rapport and I have resilience, and they ask a question, sometimes they're just testing me. If I try to make up an answer or a phony, they'll be able to read that. But if I say, you know what, that's a really good question. I don't know the answer. I say, now I'm being real. I don't know the answer, but I know where to find out the answer. And I'll get the answer and bring it back to you. Or, you know what? That's a good question. I don't know the exact answer, but thinking about it, I would say that in that set of circumstances, I would likely do this to see if this would work. And if not, I can always back up and try this one, because sometimes we just don't really know what is the right answer in certain sets of circumstances, right? But see, when you're just being genuine and real and you have respect for them, they will respect you. When you establish rapport because you understand it's about them, it's not about you, and you're sincerely interested in them, and then you have resilience, you can bounce back when they throw curveballs at you, watch the relationship go through the roof. They will seek you out next time you walk into the room. Next time you go to address or teach or bring them about, I don't care if you're on a family vacation with your kids and grandkids or you're with that patient, they will appreciate you. They'll come to you instead of the other orthodontists in town who do not have the three R's. So these three R's of building better relationships are concepts that I teach in several of my books. That concept is taught in this book called Learning Curves. The subtitle is Life Lessons Learned While Riding a Harley-Davidson Motorcycle. One of my favorite books I co-authored with my brother-in-law, Dr. Roy Hammond. And also the book Entitlement Abolition. This is 200 pages, 12 chapters. I would love to gift you free a copy of this book. If you go to entitlementabolitionbook.com, you pay $5.95 shipping and handling, and I'll fire out a free copy. You'll also have the option to get the audio version, also the PDF, or even a masterclass on this if this is resonating with you. And also you'll have links where, if you want, you can get this book. This has 62 stories of different concepts like the 3 R's, where we teach respect, rapport, and resilience to build better relationships.